That's when you step in and prove your faithfulness. I remember what my weapon is, and with lifted hands, watch you move again. Are you not the God who is in heaven, the one who reigns forever? My eyes are on you, my eyes are on you, Lord. You fight the battle, you get the glory. Here come the angels, here comes the victory. The enemy is outnumbered, outnumbered, outnumbered. You fight the battle, you get the glory.
Well, hey, good morning, everyone. We're so glad you joined us here on this snowy and cold Sunday, and hope you all got here safe. We're going to get started in just over a minute, so if you want to grab some coffee and then come get a seat. See you soon.
Well, welcome. Good morning, EHills. So glad that you made it through the snow and the cold. My name is Matt. We are glad that you're here. It is a great morning for church. And whether you're joining us for the first time because you're new or you're new around here, we would love to know. So go ahead and text new to the number that you see on the screen. And hey, if you're watching us online, jump in the chat, let us know where you're watching from. Here's what you can expect for the next hour. First, we're going to start with some singing, which is one of the ways that we give all of our attention to God. It opens our hearts and it raises our expectations, helping us to experience God's love and goodness. Then I'll be back to give you some practical ways that you can engage here at EHills. And then this week, we're going to be exploring one of the statements that Jesus says about himself. But for now, if you're able, we would love it if you would stand and sing with us.
Shout out your praise, oh, oh, oh. house of the Lord sing praise. Sing it again. We were the beggars, now we're royalty. We were the prisoners, now we're running free. We are forgiven, accepted, redeemed by His grace. Let the house of the Lord sing praise. There's joy in the house of the Lord. There's joy in the house of the Lord today. And we won't be quiet, no. We'll shout out your praise. There's joy in the house of the Lord. Our God is surely in this place. We won't be quiet. There's joy in the house of the Lord. There's joy in the house of the Lord. We won't be quiet. We shout out your praise. There's joy in the house of the Lord. Our God is surely in this place. We won't be quiet. We shout out your praise. Oh, we shout out your praise. We shout out your praise. We shout out your
Well, church, we're going to learn a new song together this morning. And really the point and the perspective of this song gets at something that I think a lot of us struggle with today, and that is fear and anxiety about the future, about what we can put our faith in, what we might be worrying about. In Matthew 6, Jesus is giving what turns out to be his most famous sermon of all, the Sermon on the Mount. And it's going through a series of things that tells us about how we are to live, to be more like him, to follow him, to put our faith and our trust in him. And he tells the group of people that's sitting around him to not store up their treasures in this world, because that stuff will fade, but instead to store up their treasure in heaven. And he says, look at the birds around you, look at the flowers and the trees. Those don't plan for the future, they don't think about the next day, yet God takes care of them. And yet we as his people are far more important to God, far more important to Jesus than any of those things. And so what I hope you pick up from this song as you start to hear the words, start to feel what it is the song is saying, it's that when we continue to put our trust in God, when we put our faith in God, he will provide for us. He can be enough for us as we move forward through our lives, and that we're not going to change anything about our own future by worrying about it. So as you pick up this song, I hope that you get that same perspective from it. Sing it out.
And everything I need, my Father has it, my Father has it. Every single time the Lord will provide. My Father has it, my Father has it. Everything I need, my Father has it, my Father has it. Every single time the Lord will provide. My Father has it, my Father has it. Look at the flowers and all of their beauty. I don't have to wonder, you know what you're doing, yes. So why would I worry at all when you're faithful to supply everything I need, everything I need. I know my Father has it, my Father has it. Every single time the Lord will
faith today, church. 'Cause I know my God's not empty-handed. He gives us blessings upon blessings. I'm still believing. I know the Lord will provide. Yeah. Seek first the kingdom and its treasures. Everything else will be added. All that I'm needing, I know the Lord will provide. 'Cause I know my God's not empty-handed. He gives us blessings upon blessings. I'm still believing. I know the Lord will provide everything I need, everything I need. Yeah, my Father has it, my Father has it. Every single time the Lord will provide. My Father has it, my Father has it. Everything I need, everything I need. My Father has it, my Father has it. Every single time the Lord will provide. My Father has it, my Father. Seek first the kingdom and His treasures. Everything else will be added. All that I need, I know the Lord will provide. Yeah, I know my God's not empty-handed. He gives us blessings upon blessings. I'm still believing. I know the Lord will provide. I know the Lord will provide. I know the Lord will provide.
reaches at your feet, then I've done it all. If the best thing that I've seen is your glory, then I've seen it all. Your love has saved my life, forever satisfied. You are my everything. And if the highest place I reach is at your feet, then I've done it all. If the best thing that I've seen is your glory, then I've seen it all. Your love has saved my life, forever satisfied. God, you are my everything. And if one word is the only thing you speak, then I've heard it all. If I feel your heart and never see your head, I still have it all. No treasure of this life could ever satisfy. God, you are my everything. Oh God, you are my everything. Oh God, you are my everything. What a God, what a God. Yes, 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 if the highest place I reach is at your feet, then I've done it all. If the best thing that I've seen is your glory, then I've seen it all. Your love has saved my life, forever satisfied. God, you are my everything. If one word is the only thing you speak, then I've heard it all. If I feel your heart and never see your head, I still have it all. No treasure of this life could ever satisfy. God, you are my everything. You are my everything. You are my everything. Then I've done it all. If the best thing that I've seen is your glory, then I've seen it all. Your love has saved my life, forever satisfied. You are my everything. Oh God, you are my everything. God, you are my everything.
God, thank you for being our ultimate provider. You know exactly what we need when we need it. You are always on time. You're never late and you're never early, God. Thank you that we can rest in that. We love you so much. We thank you for what you've done in our lives. We thank you for what you're doing now. And we are expectant for what you're going to do. In your holy and precious name, amen. You may have a seat.
Amen. Well, good morning, everybody. So glad that you are with us. My name is Matt, and whether you're joining us online or here in the room, we would love to help you find your next step here at EHills. And one of the ways that you can do that is you can download our new EHills app, and you'll discover the ways that you can go beyond Sunday and all throughout the week, figure out what's going on around EHills. Well, there's really so much more to this community than what happens on Sunday morning. And to tell you just a little bit more, I wanted to introduce you to someone this morning who's standing with me. This is Wes Bell. Everybody say, hey, Wes. Wes is our new student pastor. He just started just about, a month ago. Yeah, a month ago today. Yeah, that's great. So Wes, why don't you tell us a bit about yourself?
Yes, hello everybody. It is so good to meet you all, officially be here a part of EHills. Like Matt said, my name is Wes. A little bit about me, I'm married to my amazing wife, Aurora. We've been married for just a little over a year, and we love working with students, okay? We love the next generation. To have a part in showing the love and friendship that Jesus has to offer to these students is a gift. And they're in a challenging season of life, and so I truly believe that God is working in the students here, and the team makes it easy to care for these students. So I love being a part of this team. It's such a great opportunity. We've already had some amazing experiences together.
Yeah, one of the really cool things that Wes got to be a part of like the week after he started was he took some of our student leaders and high school students up to our winter camp. So Wes, tell us a little bit about winter camp for students this past month.
Yeah, winter camp, it was so fun. I'm used to going to summer camps. This was my first winter camp, so definitely a lot colder, but had some amazing moments. One of my favorite parts was being able to sit as a whole group after the teaching for the night and just hear that these students want not just a growing and personal relationship with Jesus, but they want to share that with their friends and their family, and they want Jesus to just refresh these different areas of their lives. And I believe that students are not just the church of tomorrow, but they're the church of today. And I think that is more evident with just the energy and excitement that we felt at camp. I can't wait to see it flow into our student nights.
That's so good. That's so good. Well, hey, we're so glad Wes is here. We want to make him feel like he's at home, a part of this place. So for just a second, would you mind praying with me for Wes and his wife, Ari? God, we're so grateful for what you're doing in this place, in our student ministries, and so grateful that you brought Wes and Ari to us. And so, God, we just ask, especially over these next few weeks as they figure out their move, as they continue to get acclimated here, as they meet students and build relationships, that you would go before them. And God, we're just excited to see what you do next here in this place. In your name we pray. Amen. Amen. Well, we're able to bring incredible people like Wes onto our team. We're able to help teenagers get to camp. We're able to come along middle and high school students on Sunday nights. We're even able to serve hundreds of grilled cheese sandwiches on Wednesdays to CT students because of the faithful and generous people here at EHills that are faithful with their giving. So if you are passionate about serving with students, Wes is here. We would love for you to try and take a look at what it looks like to serve in student ministries. But if that's not your passion and you still want to get involved around here, you can make an influence and a difference in this next generation. You can head to ehills.org/weekend to find out more.
Yes, Matt, and I love how this community makes a difference in people's lives. And I know Easter is coming up, and I'm really excited for it. I'm excited to see what Easter is like here at EHills, and I've heard it's a highlight of the year.
It's so good, yeah. And one of the things that I love is EHills is so good at inviting their family and their friends and their neighbors to that weekend. So I would say perhaps maybe even just start thinking about who you can invite to Easter this year. But for now, it's time for us to jump into week 5 of our series, That's What He Said. Let's check it out.
Good morning, EHills. You made it through the snow. Well done. Hopefully everybody got here safely this morning. My name is Kendall. I'm one of the pastors here if we've never met before. And if you're thinking like, Kendall, I haven't seen you in a while. I was on sabbatical for a month. And I just want to say it was great to have a break, great to rest up, relax, have a good time. And yet at the same time, I'm excited to be back. And I'm ready for this morning. So I hope that you are ready to dive into, and I have a question for you this morning because I think there's 2 types of people in this world. And so my question is, when something breaks at your house, do you call someone to come and fix it right away? How many of you call somebody, please come and fix it? how many of you say, YouTube, Google, ChatGPT, help me fix this on my own? Yep, see, we've got those people. See, I'm the second type of person. Actually, yesterday my dryer broke and I have zero time. I had to call someone. It was the worst thing ever. The guy told me what the price was gonna be. I almost cried. But anyways, the whole point of that is that a number of years ago, I had a motorcycle, and this is pre-YouTube. That's important because it might have gone differently. But I had a motorcycle that wasn't running very well. And so I had heard from some friends that maybe they thought it was something in the top end of the motorcycle. Didn't really know what that means. I am not a motorcycle mechanic. I'm not really a mechanic of anything. I've never seen the inside of an engine or anything, but I decided to take apart the top end of my motorcycle. So I took the cover off of it and I looked inside and everything looked pretty good. I had no idea what I was looking at. Like I said, way over my head. I started pushing the valves up and down and moving the chain around, and I think there's like a camshaft in there. So I did all that stuff, and things seemed to be moving fine. So I put the cover back on and I hit the start button, and I'd like to say that the engine just jumped to life. But that's not what happened. The engine jumped and it sounded like metal smashing into metal and breaking and then falling down into the bottom parts of the engine. So a couple weeks later, I brought it to a motorcycle mechanic and I said, "What happened?" He said, "Well, you broke it." And I was like, "Yes, I did." And he said, "The age of this motorcycle and what it's gonna cost to repair it, it's not worth it." And I had to get rid of the motorcycle. Lesson learned. But not really, because I continue to try to do things on my own, thinking that I can do them on my own. Because in all different areas of our life, whether it's we have been trained by culture, that by experience, by pride, by wanting to save some money, we believe something subtle but powerful. And maybe you've never heard it said this way. I thought this was more popular than it is, but if it's going to be, it's up to me, right? The idea that we admire self-made people and we celebrate independence. We celebrate and we reward productivity. We applaud hustle. And the message we've all received our whole lives is that if we work hard enough, if we get to the place where I don't need anybody's help, I can do it on my own, I don't need anyone. But there's a problem with this way of thinking. And you've probably even felt this somewhere in your own life, right? Because here's what's happening. We're more connected digitally than we've ever been before, and we feel more relationally disconnected than ever. And the more success that we have, the more we become successful individually, the more we feel isolated and alone inside of us. And the more we try to prove that we're enough, the more exhausted we become trying. And we're achieving things, but we're feeling empty on the inside. And I just want to ask this morning, could it be that we've built our lives on a fundamental lie? What if the self-made life is actually a self-destructive life? And in this series, see, we've been talking about and looking at all the things that Jesus says about himself that are countercultural. They're exactly the opposite of what culture is trying to tell us. And it's into this cultural idea that I'm talking about that Jesus says something totally countercultural. Jesus says this, and I'm gonna read this entire passage. It's a little bit long, hang with me. But while I read it, I want you to pay attention to how many times you hear the word remain in this passage, okay? Let's read this. It says, "I am the true vine and my Father is the gardener. He cuts off every branch in me that bears no fruit, while every branch that does bear fruit, he prunes so that it will be even more fruitful. You are already clean because of the word I have spoken to you. Remain in me as I also remain in you. No branch can bear fruit by itself. It must remain in the vine. Neither can you bear fruit unless you remain in me. I am the vine, you are the branches. If you remain in me and I in you, you will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing. If you do not remain in me, you are like a branch that is thrown away and withers. Such branches are picked up, thrown into the fire, and burned. If you remain in me and my words remain in you, ask whatever you wish and it will be done for you. This is to my Father's glory that you bear much fruit, showing yourselves to be my disciples. We're going to look at all those verses, kind of pick them apart. But if in case you missed the overall thing that Jesus is saying here, he's saying, I'm the true vine, and apart from me, you can do nothing. Today, we're going to spend a lot of time talking about vines, so I thought we'd take a look and see exactly what we're talking about. This would be a typical vine that these people would know what Jesus is talking about. This is probably at the beginning of the growing season. This is potentially a grapevine. You see the vine coming up. You see the branches spreading out. And Jesus, he says, I'm the vine, you're the branches. And apart from the vine, you can do nothing. And this isn't like Jesus' opinion. This isn't like a metaphor about self-improvement. It's not like a helpful suggestion. This is just a definition of reality. This is just Jesus spitting facts. And this thing that he says, it actually confronts a lie that we've quietly believed. And the lie is this. See, culture says, I got this. I'm self-sustaining. I can do it on my own. But Jesus says, you've got nothing without me. I am the true vine. And if he's right, and I believe that he is, then independence might not be strength. It might be the reason why we sometimes feel spiritually dry. So today, I want to look at 4 truths from this passage that challenge our self-sustaining, rugged individualism, and they invite us into a real life dependence on Jesus. So the first truth, the first one is this, the source. And the truth is this, you are not the source. Jesus begins with this. He says, I am the true vine, and my Father is the gardener. This would have been shocking for the people that are listening to Jesus, because throughout the Old Testament scriptures, the Jewish scriptures, the people of God are constantly referred to as God's vine, like that they're radiating out from God. And Jesus kind of flips that upside down. He says, no, I am the true vine. In other words, if I'm the true vine, there's also false vines out there that you can connect to. And you know this. Maybe you've even felt this. Like culture says, my career is my vine, or my bank account is my vine, or my friends are my vine, or my spouse is my vine. And we try to draw life from those things. We try to draw life from our performance, from our self-effort, from our reputation. But Jesus says none of those things can carry the weight of your soul. Only I can do that. I am the true vine. You can only draw life from me. See, a branch has no life on its own. A branch doesn't strive, it doesn't hustle, it doesn't produce fruit by trying harder. No, if I was walking along and I saw a branch laying on the ground on the sidewalk, and I walk up to it and I yelled at it, do something, grow something, make some apples, like whatever it is, I look ridiculous, right? Everyone knows that's not how it works. And yet for all of us, so many of us, we go through life trying to produce life while being spiritually disconnected from the only source that can truly provide life. A branch can only receive. And this is where Jesus and culture collide. Because culture says, build your platform, grow your brand, make your mark, prove your worth. And Jesus says, brand, platform, worth? Without me, apart from me, you can do nothing. You don't even have a life. And I know how that sounds because, you're thinking, well, I know a bunch of people that don't know Jesus and they have a life and they got a pretty good life actually. But maybe, and we'll talk about this a little later on, maybe we're measuring their good life in the wrong way. Here's the problem. If you're trying to be the source, Everything depends on you. Your peace, your identity, your security, your future. And that, even as I say those things, that's gotta feel like a crushing weight, right? It's exhausting. And some of us are going through life exhausted, anxious, not because you're busy, but because you believe that you're responsible for producing life on your own. Every day you wake up and you think, I have to make this work. I have to hold this together. I have to succeed. But Jesus says this, you're not the vine. You're the branch. Branches don't work. Branches don't figure it out. They just stay connected to the vine, remaining. And the moment you accept that you're not the source is the moment that the pressure begins to lift. You don't have to manufacture your spiritual life. You don't have to manufacture joy. You don't have to manufacture purpose. You just receive it. Now, unfortunately, it's not always that easy. It's not always that painless. Truth number 2 is this, the process. There's a process. And this might hurt a little, is the truth. Once we accept that Jesus is the source, we have to deal with the gardener, who is God the Father. He says this, I'm the true vine, and my Father is the gardener. He cuts off every branch in me that bears no fruit, while every branch that does bear fruit, he prunes so that it will be even more fruitful. Now, in our own, I can do this on my own, I'm totally self-sustaining, I got this. In that culture, we hate the idea of losing anything. We want to accumulate stuff, we want more, we want all the things. But the gardener knows that for a branch to reach its full potential, sometimes it has to be thinned out. And now, I want you to notice there's 2 types of cutting that are happening here, right? The first one is this. It's cutting away of the dead wood, the branch that doesn't bear fruit. This is the stuff in our life that is clearly toxic. The habits, the pride, the sin, self-reliance, and it's killing us. And if we're honest, deep down, we know that it's not good for us. We know that it's actually the stuff that's hurting us, but life is good. Life is fun. Life looks good on the outside. Have you ever tried to cut the dead parts out of your tree in the wintertime? Don't do that. It's not a good idea. Because you can't tell the dead parts from the dormant parts, right? No, you need to wait until summer when the tree is most alive. That's when you cut out the dead. Even though the tree looks good, there are parts that need to go. There are parts that are dead, that aren't working. When our life seems to be at its best, it's most alive, that's when God might come in and start cutting out the dead that we need to get rid of. The second type of cutting that's going on here is pruning. And I'm no arborist, but I did watch a YouTube video about this, so I think I'm probably pretty good at it. Obviously I said I've learned nothing. But you actually have to cut off parts of the tree, parts of really good branches that are bearing fruit, so that they will bear even more fruit in the future. In my mind, that seems so backwards. That doesn't make sense at all. And sometimes God cuts back things in our lives that seem backwards, that don't make sense at all. Things that are good, so that we can focus on things that are better. And if you feel right now that you're in a season of less influence, less energy, less stuff, maybe you're sitting around thinking, I think God's given up on me. Could be quite the opposite. Maybe it's because he's pruning you. He's stripping away your individualism so that you can learn to remain in him. Third truth is the connection. And this is what the truth is. Effort doesn't produce fruit. Connection does. Jesus says, remain in me as I also remain in you. No branch can bear fruit by itself. It must remain in the vine. Neither can you bear fruit unless you remain in me. Other versions of the Bible, they use the word abide here. Abide is not a term we use all that often, right? You've maybe heard it in a movie, the dude abides, right? Sorry, if you don't get that reference, I apologize. But today, the modern version of that would be like hang out, spend time together, stay connected. I want to point out something that I've overlooked. Until I was working on this message, I don't know how I've missed this. I've read these words from Jesus so many times, but he tells us over and over throughout this passage to remain in him. But every time he says remain in me, he responds with a promise and says, I will remain in you. Jesus, the creator of the world, God, is wanting a relationship with us, not because he needs it, not because he's like begging, like, oh, please hang out with me, please stay with me, please spend time with me. No, he's making a promise to us that if we remain in him, he will remain in us, stay connected to us. And honestly, I think the reason that I missed that all along is because I was too concentrated on what I had to do. I have to remain, I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to do all these things. But notice what Jesus doesn't say here. He doesn't say do more, try harder, produce more, prove yourself. He doesn't say any of those things. The word remain implies relationship, not religion, not rule keeping, not spiritual performance. Connection. Think about it this way. Think about your phone. If you have the iPhone 17 Max Pro, whatever the best, greatest new iPhone, if you have an Android that, I don't even know what that is, but it's really good, right? And you have that phone, and the battery is at 0%, and you don't have a charger, that phone can't do anything for you. You can't make a phone call. You could have every single app in the world on that phone, but if it's not connected, it's worthless. And culture says this. Culture says we measure success by our productivity. But Jesus says, Jesus measures fruitfulness by proximity, our closeness to him. Let that sink in. In our culture, if you want results, you grind. In Jesus' kingdom, if you want fruit, you abide. And here's the lie we believe. If I work harder spiritually, I'll become more fruitful. But fruit isn't the result of striving. Fruit is a natural byproduct of connection, right? You don't see apples on branches working hard to produce more apples, bigger apples, better apples, sweeter apples. They just simply stay attached to the tree. But here we are trying to be more patient, trying to be more loving, trying to be more disciplined, trying to be more joyful. And Jesus would say, you're focusing on the fruit, not on connection. You can't produce what only connection can provide. This is why trying to do it on our own undermines spiritual growth. Then Jesus takes it a step further. He says, I am the vine, you are the branches. If you remain in me and I in you, you will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing. When we say, I'll figure it out on my own, I got this, Jesus says, you can't. You can't do it. You can do nothing without me. And this is an offensive statement to our self-made person culture, right? Oh, I can't do it on myself. I can't do anything. Watch this. Watch this. I can get a job. I can buy my groceries. I can live a pretty good life. But Jesus says, you can't produce anything of eternal significance. You can't produce lasting peace on your own. You can't produce the fruit of the Spirit, love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control, through sheer willpower. You can't individualize your way into a meaningful life. You wanna know the crazy part? You can look busy and still be disconnected. You can attend church, still be disconnected. You can serve and still be disconnected. You can lead and still be disconnected, because fruit is not activity. Fruit is evidence of a shared life with Jesus. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, all of those don't come from hard work. They come from remaining. So let me ask you this. Are you striving on your own to be a better follower of Jesus? Or are you remaining in Jesus, the true vine? Because those two things are not the same. Fourth truth, the disconnection. The truth is this: disconnection always leads to dryness. Jesus says something that's a little bit harsh right here. He says it this way: if you do not remain in me, you are like a branch that is thrown away and withers. Such branches are picked up, thrown into the fire, and burned. Withers. That word right there, it matters. It's an important word. What it doesn't say is that if you don't remain in me, you're gonna blow your life up. It doesn't say if you don't remain in me overnight, everything's gonna fall apart. No, it says that it withers. It dries out gradually. It starts to look bad. It starts to look sick. It's still there, but it's withering. If someone ever tells you that looks like you're withering away, probably not a compliment. No one has ever told me that, by the way. I just wanted to share that with you, in case you're wondering. But drying out happens gradually in our spiritual lives. You don't wake up spiritually empty in a day. You drift there slowly. You stop praying consistently. You stop spending time with Jesus. You stop showing up in community. You stop coming to church. You replace dependence with distraction. You replace surrender with control. And you don't notice it at first, right? Because you're still functioning. Kinda. But inside, you feel dry, disconnected, isolated. And this is where culture fails us, because culture says if you're independent, you're powerful. But independence, like I said before, leads to isolation, and isolation leads us to spiritual dryness. You were never designed to live a self-sustaining life. Not spiritually, not emotionally, not relationally. Every single one of us here today was created for a connection to God. And not only that, and don't miss this morning, not only that, we were created to have connection to each other as well. Let's check this out. A vine is not just one branch. It's a bunch of branches all working together, all connected to the vine. Abiding in Jesus means belonging to his body as well. Take a look at this picture. This is one of the largest grapevines in the world. It's in Korea. It's over 10,000 square feet to one vine. It bears over 4,000 bunches of grapes in a growing season. See that one vine there? But look at all of those branches working together to produce all of that fruit. Have you gotten into community here at EHills? A Start Here class, Foundations, Alpha, small group, Bible study groups, care groups. We don't offer these things just for fun, right? I mean, some of them definitely are fun, but we offer them because you and we need places to connect with other people. We were designed to live connected to other branches, and all through those branches connected to the vine. And some of you don't have either of those things, and this is the thing that you needed to hear this morning. Like I said, I've been on sabbatical for a month, and so I've gone to a bunch of different churches, and it's scary walking into a church where nobody knows you and you don't know anybody. And some of you this morning, this is your first time here, and you did that today. Thank you. We are so glad that you're here, but we don't want you to have that feeling all the time. We want you to get connected into community here, make friends here, and stay connected to each other and to the vine. And some of you're already feeling it. You're making excuses right now in your head why you can't do that. Culture says, I don't need anyone. Jesus says, you can't live your best life alone. And maybe some of the dryness that you feel isn't because God left. It's because you detached from him, from community with him and with other followers of Jesus. And here's the thing, Jesus, he's not condemning us here. No, he's warning us. Because withering is preventable. Remain, abide, stay, reconnect. Jesus says, apart from me, you can do nothing. He doesn't say you'll do less. He doesn't say without me, it'll be harder. He doesn't say without me. He says without me, you will do nothing. And like I said, man, that sounds offensive. And some of you, you're making the excuse. You're like, oh yeah, Kendall? Oh yeah, Jesus, I can't do anything? If that's the conversation you're having with yourself right now, you're missing the point of what he's offering you. Jesus is offering you shared life. He's offering us grace that we need every day. He's offering us fruitfulness that doesn't come from me and what I can do, but it comes through him and what he can accomplish. If you feel like you're being pruned right now, if you feel like you've started to wither, can I tell you two things? Number one, there's better on the other side. And number two, if you feel like you're withering, don't stay there. Reconnect with the vine. Yeah, Kendall, what does that look like? What does that mean? How do I do that? It looks like daily connection, not just occasional inspiration, right? Every day, not just someday or just Sunday. It looks like prayer that's honest, not polished. It's talking to God and then listening to what he has to tell us. It's diving into scriptures to change you, to shape you, not just for a quote that you share on social media. It looks like community where you're known, where you're open, where you're honest, where you're committed, not just showing up when you've got nothing better to do. See, remaining is not difficult, but it is daily. But here's the best part. The pressure's off. Your job is not to manufacture fruit. Your job is not to do all of those things that I just said will help you remain. It's not to do that so that you get closer to Jesus and become a better Christian. No. Your job is to remain connected. Because when you remain, growth happens and fruit appears naturally. So this week, I want us all to do a little remaining exercise, okay? First thing in the morning, before you get up, before you check your phone, before you get to your to-do list, I want you to say this out loud. I'm gonna put it up here. You can take a picture of it if you need to. But I want you to say this out loud. I want you to say, Jesus, you are the vine, I am the branch. Apart from you, I can do nothing today. Help me stay connected to you. And obviously, this will look different for all of us, right? Some of you, this might be the first prayer you say. And for some of you, this might just be a reminder as you go about your day with Jesus. But if we start our day this week, I got a feeling it's gonna be a better day. Because the invitation from Jesus is pretty simple. He says, I'm the source. I'm the source, stay connected to me. And when I'm going through a season of pruning, it's going to hurt, but it will make me better. When I'm connected, I'm going to be living life to the fullest, producing much fruit. And when I'm disconnecting, I will start to feel it immediately as my soul begins to wither. Because real life isn't found when we're doing it alone. It's found when we're staying connected. And when you do, You don't just survive, you continue to grow and live the better life that Jesus has for you. So this morning, would you just pray with me? God, I just want to say for each and every one of us, wherever we're at, whether things are going well, whether we're feeling like we're being pruned, withering away, whatever it is, God, would you just help us to stay connected to you? Remain in you. And God, thank you for the promise that when we do that, you've promised to remain in us as well. God, as we go throughout our week, would you bring this to the front of our mind? Would you remind us every day? And God, would you help us? We need your help staying connected. God, we love you. We pray these things in your name. Amen. Let's stand and let's sing together.
I'm sorry when I've gone through the motions. I'm sorry when I sang another song. Take me back to where we started. I open up my heart to you. And I'm sorry when I've come with my agenda. I'm sorry when I forgot that you're enough. Take me back to where we started. I open up my heart to you. I'm caught up in your presence. I just want to sit here at your feet. I'm caught up in this holy moment. I never want to leave. Oh, I'm not here for blessings. Jesus, you don't owe me anything more than anything that you can do. I just want you. I just want you and nothing else. And nothing else will do. I just want you and nothing else. Oh, nothing else will do. I just want you and nothing else. Oh, nothing else.
such a great reminder and encouragement for us today. If there's someone that you'd like to talk with or pray with, we'll have a team to pray and talk with you down front. And we hope you have a fantastic Sunday, and we hope to see you next week for week 6 of That's What He Said. Drive safe. Have a great rest of your weekend.